Hello, organic balcony garden followers. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a few of my ornamental houseplants. The ones I don't grow on my balcony, but inside my home. Many of us have a variety of decorative plants around the house, and over time, we'll share tips and experiences to help each other grow them better and more beautifully. All the plants you see here were once on the verge of dying when I found them. Abandoned, neglected, barely hanging on. But I brought them back to life and gave them a second chance to thrive. This beautiful plant you're seeing here is called Haworthia. It belongs to a genus of around 150 small succulent species and is also known as the snakeskin plant. Because of its zebra-like stripes, it's often referred to as the zebra cactus, though it's technically not a cactus. This plant is native to Africa. When I first found this little guy, it was barely 10 centimeters tall and in really poor shape. Almost gone. But with proper care, plenty of sunlight and watering only when the soil is dry, it transformed into this big, healthy beauty you see now. Haworthias are incredibly tough plants. They can adapt to almost any environment, as long as they get enough sunlight. And here's a great tip. The bigger the pot, the more baby plants it will produce around the base. In my opinion, this is the kind of plant every home should have. Now, this little beauty is called the sleep plant, also known as oxalis. It belongs to the Oxalidaceae family, and its native home is South America. You'll commonly find it growing naturally across the region, especially in Brazil. This plant loves bright spaces, and it reproduces on its own from tiny potato-like bulbs underground. It's surprisingly hardy and has a charming little habit. When night falls, its leaves fold up and go to sleep. Then, as soon as daylight returns, it wakes up and spreads its leaves again. Cute, right? It also has a gorgeous color, and several times a year it blooms with delicate lilac-colored flowers. Just make sure not to let its soil dry out completely. It likes a bit of moisture to stay happy. And last but not least, say hello to my bonsai. Originating from East Asia, these miniature trees have become a staple in homes and offices everywhere. They don't like to be overwatered, but they do appreciate bright, indirect light. One thing to watch out for is dust. If the leaves aren't wiped or rinsed every so often, they collect a thick layer of it. As you can see, this little guy is looking pretty dusty, so I'm about to give it a quick shower to freshen it up. There's no need to repot this plant into a larger container. It doesn't develop an extensive root system. And as you can see, it's not particularly root-bound at the moment either. No worries though. We can give it a good rinse without any harm. In fact, it's the perfect time to do this since it's already due for watering, so it's totally fine if the soil gets thoroughly soaked. Now let's move on to the most interesting plant in our collection, the wax plant, also known as Hoya. It belongs to the Apocynaceae family and is commonly grown as a potted ornamental in temperate regions. This plant produces long stems, but they're not strong enough to support themselves. Its leaves are about 6 to 7 centimeters long and 3 to 4 centimeters wide, thick, firm, and glossy, ranging in color from green to brownish tones, almost as if they were coated in wax. That's where it gets its name. It blooms with stunning flowers, though you'll need some patience. This one's still a baby. It takes time to mature and flower. Try to keep it in a smaller pot as much as possible to help it thrive. This next plant is also a member of the Haworthia genus, but it grows in a much smaller, more compact form. It's perfect for shallow, wide pots, where it slowly fills up the space with tiny, miniature-looking offshoots. Over time, it creates a beautiful, clustered appearance that looks almost like a living sculpture. It thrives in bright, sunny environments and is incredibly low maintenance. Honestly, I think this is one of those plants that should be in every home. And this orchid here is the same one I showed in the previous video, the one I placed in a glass jar with a bit of water at the bottom to encourage root development. This method works great. In just a few weeks, once it grows enough healthy roots, I'll transfer it to a proper pot. Now we're talking about the Fittonia, and let me tell you, this little beauty is absolutely stunning. With its small, striped and colorful leaves, the Fittonia is a tropical plant that belongs to the Acanthaceae family, and it's definitely a showstopper. Now, here's what you need to know about caring for your Fittonia. This plant is not drought tolerant at all, so you'll want to keep that soil consistently moist. The good news is that it's perfect for small pots, making it ideal for those cozy indoor spaces. What really makes people fall in love with Fittonia? Those eye-catching leaf colors. They're just gorgeous. And here's a little pro tip for you. Since the stems are pretty delicate and thin, you might want to give your plant a little support with a small stake to help it stay upright and looking its best. I like to keep my plant care videos short and sweet. No long, drawn-out explanations here. If you want to see more videos like this one, or if you'd like me to go into more detail on any of these topics, just let me know in the comments below. Stay green, stay organic, stay strong, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more plant care tips.